Awesome. So hi everyone who's watching, and thank you for joining. We have Nexus Dei here. Tristan, Johny, Dani, and Mario.
Hey world.
Yeah.
What up?
So it's the first episode of the Music Industry Talks, which is a weekly webinar series that we're putting together. That's being live streamed on Facebook, and it's basically a conversation with bands and industry professionals about different projects that you're working on, the quarantine life, and what's happening right now in the music industry. So guys, just tell me a little bit about your band. So what do you sound like? What are your influences?
Nexus Dei. Oh my God. I mean, as a musician, you have to touch a little bit of every style. Mostly I like black, so it tends to go to that dark side, composition-wise. But you know, I grew up with Dream Theater. I grew up with Sepultura. So there's a little bit of influence of anything that pretty much I've heard during my whole life. Johny solos again. Johny, if you want to talk a little bit about your solos, you're also a huge Dream Theater fan.
Yeah, I'm really into prog, so I try to add that little touch of prog, and big influence, definitely Dream Theater.
And any other guitarist that's worth mention?
Oh, plenty. There's Jason Richardson, the guys in Polyphia, like all those guys, like giant influences.
Did you say plenty or Pliny?
Plenty too, yeah.
And then we have Tristan.
I don't know how it's pronounced, but
yeah, we have Tristan, who is like a bass guru of funk, so he really brings up a new element.
Yeah,
Cool.
I was added to Nexus while pretty much everything that I play in the band so far was created, so I didn't add anything much in terms of creativity yet. To talk about my influences, I'd say a lot of Primus, most of the new metal and metalcore area. A lot of Poison the Well, Korn, Rage Against the Machine, those names. But for my bass, I'd say a lot of Les Claypool from Primus.
Cool.
And Mario's like our thrash guy also. We have a lot in common in that sense. Mario, your biggest influences?
Well, for me, it has influenced me a lot of Megadeth. Recently, I love the Dillinger Escape Plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the crazy guy.
Yeah, we love Dillinger. I love Dillinger too.
Awesome.
So, I mean, like most bands now, it's just a mix of a lot of stuff. I anyways love symphonic music, so all of our songs have like a whole choral behind them, like a whole symphony orchestra behind them. But it rests like a very mellow, death black symphonic.
Also very melodic though.
Yeah.
Cool.
I can't wait to create.
Yeah.
And how long have you guys been a band?
That's a tricky question.
Trick question, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I met Johny, thank God, like I'd say like a year or 2 years ago. We started to play together. I loved his style of soloing. This guy can just improvise freely on any chord progression that I throw at him.
That's
and
true.
It was just like perfect. It's like, dude, this guy can pull off anything. Really disciplined, really hardworking. I love this guy. Then we got Tristan in again, just by the miracles of Facebook. He just appeared one day, like, hey,
out of the blue, yeah.
I saw some of your ad on Facebook, and it sounds pretty cool. Do you want to meet? And it was love at first sight.
Hell yeah.
Tristan's like that clown, that super high energy guy that every band needs.
That's actually my goal. 100% is my goal, to bring a lot of energy, because I'm probably the one that has the less theory in his backpack. But one thing for sure that I will have is like the stage presence, the energy, the hype, and the shredding to destroy.
Yeah, seen that.
Yeah,
the shredding.
And finally, just by coincidence, I knew Mario. He's one of my closest friends. I knew he played guitar, and with the shows that I've done with another band before, I always saw it in his eyes, like he missed it, like he wanted to be on stage again. So when I had the chance to put Nexus out, I needed to jump on drums, and I told him like, "Hey, do you want to play my guitar parts?" And he was like, "Yeah." So it was like a really good last piece for the puzzle, and yeah, very happy with Mario too.
Very cool.
You didn't say that the project has been ongoing for a while. I mean, on your side, it's kind of your baby.
Yeah, I mean, these songs I've composed since I was like 14, since I pretty much started to learn and play music. But this is like the time of my life when suddenly all of the pieces came together. Even the name, the concept, I didn't have it before until now.
Amazing.
Very cool. And you guys are like super theatrical. So tell me a little bit about the costumes, like the concept and the characters.
A little bit about the story. It's basically based on suicide. It's like a theme that I'm really curious about. It really impresses me. Like, you know, most animals in nature, they have this survival instinct. It's like one of the basic things of life. And there's something in your mind that wants to kill yourself. It's like, how the hell can there be something that twisted, you know? So loving the theatrical, loving black metal, it's like a way of presenting the dark side of that anti-ego, I would call it, something that wants to kill you. So it's like you have this voice inside your head that wants to take you. And those that's what those demons represent. Like each one's character of the guy that's saying you're a piece of shit, you're never going to do anything with your life, just kill yourself. And once that happens, they collect souls, and they take the souls of the dead and give them to the Queen Lumina, who's going to be in our first video. And she's like this mastermind behind the idea of suicide. She feeds on the souls of humans that kill themselves, pretty much.
Wow. Anything else you guys want to add to that?
Yeah,
about specifically about your characters and where the inspiration came from it, because they're super cool, the masks and everything.
Absolutely. I mean, he pretty much gave me green card to create my own character mask, and I love horror movies and theatrical, so I said, let's combine like 2-3 of my favorite characters that were masked. So like Rorschach from Watchmen and Toby from Naruto, the spiral thing.
Yeah.
And I added some of the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche.
Yeah.
That is very nihilist from the death perspective of Dani, what he just said. In which my character, he fought his demon so much that he lost and they won, and he's fully embracing that he's not what human is anymore. He completely went on the other side of the abyss, hence the name Abyss.
The Abyss.
The
Very
Abyss.
cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty much like into black metal, so my getup is very corpse paint typical, but I'm glad Tristan put his totally original idea. Johny, same thing. We started with a very black metal look, but then Johny, if you want to tell us a little bit about why you chose the mask and stuff.
Yeah, so basically my mask covers like this part of my face. So that's kind of supposed to represent like your voice not being able to talk back, not be able to you know, have your own voice. And with my character, the only way that I could speak is through the guitar. And the rest, like the top part, constantly changing, still trying to figure things out, you know. But the concept is that's basically it.
Very cool.
And then Mario, who looks like a fucking trickster. Like Mario, why did you choose that boogeyman?
Well, I always loved the idea of being like a crazy Joker. Not too much, but like some kind of demon, like fun. I love to have fun stage, and so that inspired me. And when was the point of naming the character? Only thought about an ancient word, which is Bedlamite, which means that it's a crazy person who was in a mental institution a long time ago.
Another word for a crazy person, a lunatic. Bedlamite.
Awesome. Thank you guys for sharing that. And how long does it take you guys to get ready to hit the stage? Like to get all your masks on and stuff?
I'm back.
I'm just curious.
Like me, 10 to 15 minutes for me. Yeah. 10 to 15.
about 10
my
minutes.
girlfriend, shout out to my girlfriend Tristan, who helps me every time to put it on.
Awesome. So you guys got really fast at it. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
just
the
1
whole-
second you're normal, the next second you're just like full on.
Exactly.
That's where the whole idea came from, because like I've been in black metal mats before, and doing the whole corpse paint, it just got so annoying with everything I have to do to prepare for a show. But
Yeah, for
this
sure.
way, it's like you save half the time, so that's why I love these masks. You just
So
put
you
it, just a
you
little
put
makeup.
on, you prepare the makeup, you do the makeup on the mask, and then you
Yeah.
wear the mask.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah, exactly.
The only thing I have to do behind mine is a total whiteout or a total blackout, depending on which mask I'm wearing.
Cool. That's cool.
Mhm.
And does anyone just want to like play a song impromptu style, just to give us an idea of your style of music?
I can do that. I mean,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
it changes. Of course, this is how songs are born. Like most of my songs are either born from piano or guitar.
Mhm.
So this is like an acoustic version, but technically it comes with growls and stuff once you hear it with symphonies behind. This is an intro that we couldn't do at our last show because we had technical difficulties. We were going to open it like this, but it didn't work out, so I didn't have the chance to use the guitar. So this is a little part of my last breath. Give me a sec. And can you guys hear this?
Yep.
Send it.
And it goes. Beneath the stars and the ruins of despair, amidst the dark, but it seems too much to bear. Gaze up to where the windows shine light. Stand strong on your feet while there's still time. My aim, the final breath, final effort will suffice to defeat this world, all its evil in disguise. Gaze up to where the windows shine light. Stand strong, the dawn begins to shine. That's it.
Nice.
Ooh.
Very cool.
Lovely, Dani.
Love it.
It's a nice voice, such a nice voice, eh?
Thank you.
Yeah, seriously, very unique.
Yeah. Hey, what you drinking there?
Red wine.
Did you say try to stay sober and all of that?
For the
What's up with that?
stars.
It's necessary for the
I
times
got that
of
water.
quarantine.
Yeah, absolutely. Yo, talking about that, like, isn't it like essential stuff shouldn't be like essential? Why is SAQ and the other one still open?
I'm still wondering the same thing.
Yeah.
I guess it's like primary needs, you know?
But it's one of the best income source right now for the province, I assume.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
yeah.
Numbers must be skyrocketing.
For sure. Guys, before we talk about the the whole virus thing that's been going on, I just wanted to ask you about your upcoming album. Where are you at with it now? When do you plan to release it?
Well, it's pretty much done. I mean, it's like
Mhm.
any work of art, you can just continue to work on it forever, right? There's a
Yeah, and
point-
think that it's never perfect, and then you
Yeah.
keep pushing the release date.
Technically, it's
I know
done.
exactly.
Now with this pandemic, it gives me the time to work a little bit more on the
Yeah.
final mixes. What I was we're waiting for the most was to have the album cover. So like a couple of weeks ago, we did the photo shoot with the model that's representing Queen Lumina. And that's pretty much what I was waiting for. So as long as I have my final mixes and that cover album,
Mhm.
can probably like in a month or two, at least do the digital release, right? Just take advantage of this time.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Because God
Yeah.
knows when can we do like a live, show again.
Digital release is actually a pretty good idea, given
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be the pretty much the only way right now you're gonna be able to promote your album, because since you can't play shows. So that's the challenge for like musicians now. We're gonna have to be like really creative with our strategies, our release strategies.
I bet shows will be one of the last thing that comes back, because it's like such tight space in crowds.
Exactly. So we don't know how long we're gonna be in this, and even from the promoter's perspective, it's really challenging, because we just everything's on hold. All the shows are on hold, so we're not sure when we're gonna be able to resume everything and go back to normal.
It's true.
And what's the name of the album?
Right now we're going with Cantata Nocturna, just because it's so symphonic. Rather than give it like a name that represents the concept, you know, the masks, the demons, which are called soul takers. I wanted to name it something that makes like that evokes like a classical piece. You know? So yeah, it's pretty much Cantata Nocturna.
Awesome.
Talking about it makes me so hyped to play music again.
Yeah.
God
yeah,
damn
we
it.
miss it.
Yo. For sure.
And is it going to be a full-length, an EP? How many tracks?
There's 10 pieces.
Yeah.
There's an intro acoustic that becomes metal, just to give it those two vibes. There's I guess 8 main songs. We have a cover for Merciful Fate's Witch's Dance, which everybody loves.
Yeah.
And it closes with an acoustic piece that, again, it's pretty much done. It's just kind of give it a closure to the story.
Very cool. And how are you guys living this whole quarantine thing? What do you guys...
You want to start, Mario? How's life in Sherbrooke Street?
Sherbrooke is dead.
Really?
It's been dead for a while, but this week when the weather got better, people are going outside, so it's worrying me. I see a lot of people this week.
Oh shit!
So I'm a little worried.
Close to each other.
Last week was fine. I don't know what happened.
God damn.
And
how's life in Longueuil?
Yeah.
Longueuil? Oh, it's so sad. It's so nice out, and I gotta, work from home as many do, and I'm very lucky to be able to do that. But it's like I look outside and it's like,
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I want to be out there, but it is
I figured out a way to do pretty much everything that I did before at home. It's just a little bit more boring. I started working on we talked about Ableton and those music and video softwares. Yeah, trying to make beats, trying to make music at home, and do something. I always wanted to try Ableton, but now I got the free trial for like 30 days, and I'm quite enjoying that.
Cool.
You've been busy, yeah. I have a lot to do. I have videos, photos that I did before this started. Plus mixing the album. I have my video games. I have my guitar, my drums, everything to keep me busy doing something. So
yeah,
to me, it's kind of a nice vacation. I just miss, my girlfriend and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think it's really challenging. I think we're gonna have to, like I said earlier, come up with ways to make sure we stay connected, we don't lose our minds, and then at the same time continue working on creating new music. I think it's a really good time for writing, and I think that after this there's just going to be like crazy amount of music releases and a lot of songs called quarantine and
another baby boom.
Another baby boom.
In 9 months from now there's going to be another baby boom.
Yeah, pretty
or a
much.
Divorce boom.
That too. So I think a lot is going to change from an industry perspective as well, and I'm hoping that people are going to have a bigger appreciation for music, for going out, going to shows, supporting. And I think the venues and the bands and the independent promoters, and I mean, there's going to be a need to support the underground scene big time, because it's gonna be hard to get back on track. And I'm hoping that people will really appreciate more.
Oh yeah, there's going to be such an economical effect after that. People are going to go spend crazy money.
Yeah, for sure. That I think that's how it's going to. I mean, as soon as people get their jobs back, and as soon as they have some money aside, I think they're gonna start spending.
I think that the $2,000 that they're investing, if it's for 4 months, I think there's a kind of that effect in their mind to give money. So when it comes back, we kind of go straight up spending, so the economy keeps rolling.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
4 months. What I've seen is like China already started to open stuff like movie theaters, like tourist attractions. But then they realized that the people coming from the outside were bringing back cases of corona. So they're closing again. They're closing the country, which means that most likely that's what's going to happen. So we're going to start very local. So Canada might contain it, but then they can't allow people from other countries to come. So if we have shows for a while, I doubt that we'll have international shows, but maybe just local.
Yeah, and international flights have actually been blocked until the end of June. So I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen with like the festivals that are booking international acts. They're not going to be able to happen. A lot of festivals are going to get canceled from now till June for that reason, because they're not able to get artists from international acts. So so we'll see how that evolves.
Thank God for video games.
And music. I mean, I think that musicians overall are lucky to have that extra, thing that we do.
Yeah, where everyone is a bit of a loner. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and I think that being a loner in this kind of situations is a good thing, because then you can really you're.
I mean, that's the marathon I've been training my whole life.
Exactly, but the people that are more social and stuff,
they're having a hard time.
Yeah, I think the loners are gonna start, charging the social people for consulting advice. How do you spend your time? What do you do?
I'll talk to you 5 minutes for $5.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. But it's definitely challenging for those that are obviously like more people's people.
Yeah.
Cool. Is there anything else you wanted to share?
Anyone out there that's alone, Discord is a wonderful app for anybody that wants to talk to people. It's like Skype, but there's no video, and there's a lot of channels for many subjects and movies or video games that you can just jump in, and people are in separate chat rooms. Nice. For me, I've been spending my days in Discord, so I never feel alone at home. Which is very nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Any other advice?
I'd say go back to your roots. Like, remember the things that you used to enjoy as a child, and do them as long as they're inside.
Stay healthy. Stay healthy.
Yeah.
Not because you're in quarantine that you can start eating shit. Stay healthy.
Still try to work out. Read something provocative for your mind.
Reading. Yeah, reading.
Yeah.
Reading. I've also started just doing this meditation thing online every day. It's like 12:30 to 1 with Jay Shetty, and it's like live online meditation, which is also cool. Like, there's different people that are doing different things. It's just we need to keep ourselves busy and our minds busy, otherwise it's gonna be long.
Yeah.
It might go for months.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think the worst is done. I think people took it seriously pretty quickly, and it's fading out. I mean, what do I know?
I think Canada is handling it pretty well.
Yeah.
Compared to other countries that started off before and just didn't know how to handle it. I think we're kind of learning from the other countries, and there will be funds for musicians. There's going to be more government grants. I think that once this is done, the government should invest into this entertainment sector. So hopefully there will be some help there.
Yeah.
And hopefully get to it. Cool. Okay, let's play a game.
Let's play a game.
So I have a few cards here. So I'm not making this up. It's like legit,
Okay.
So it's just I want to get to know you guys. So I'm gonna say it's basically a statement, and you're gonna have to tell me who you think in the band would be more likely to be this person.
I love that game.
So first card says knows a little too much about Disney movies. Who among you guys know? Who's the guy watching Disney movies?
I love Disney.
Yeah, Dani. Yeah, Dani. Yeah.
That was easy.
I'm guilty. I know Beauty and the Beast on piano. I know Beauty and the Beast on guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dani for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Next card. Goes missing within 15 minutes of going out.
Mario.
Mario or Tristan? I would say the
Yeah,
smokers.
me and Mario. Yeah.
The smokers. Yeah.
Cool. Let's see, I'll do one more. Can't remember shit.
Oh, that's me. For sure. Yeah. That's me. Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah, 100%. 5 minutes and it's already. What are we talking about?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the more spaced out, it's true. But
Makes
I mean,
sense.
for band stuff, he's always there. He's always on time. He's ready.
Oh
to
yeah,
go.
punctuality though. Yeah, for sure. That's a good thing. But yeah, I'm
Next
definitely just spaced out.
Yeah. It's good. It's good to acknowledge that and be aware of it and embrace it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I fully embrace that. Yeah, I live by that motto. Keep my hands in the cloud.
Next card.
Only text and emojis.
Dani.
Dani, yeah.
Yeah. Abused emojis.
It's Disney's fault, you see?
It's Disney's fault. It's all related.
He showed me emojis that I didn't know their existence.
Does he actually text full sentences, or is it only?
No, it's just like small stuff, but then like 16 emojis. So I don't know what's the theme of it anymore because like there's so many emotions going through it.
That's funny.
Incapable of being on time?
Ah man.
I think Mario, but he's pretty on time.
Yeah,
so-
just
Yeah,
a
I think
couple
we're
of
pretty
minutes. Yeah.
the drummer,
Is-
the session guy. I mean, that guy's like
I guess Ghyslain,
just
which
yeah.
is more of a francophone, so he was a little shy to be here on the interview today.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not bad anyways. What surprises me is like Johny and Tristan, they're actually always early. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, super early. Me and Johny is always like
Yeah.
15 minutes to a half an hour earlier so I can get warmed up, or we have a little picnic sometimes.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's
Nice.
actually pretty good. Yeah.
Well, early is good as long as it's not like an hour late. Then
Yeah, no, just a couple of minutes. Not bad.
a couple of minutes. And one more. Let's see.
We'll only speak to you via text.
We don't call that much, so I mean, no, we don't actually call that much. We only speak via text so far, I think.
Yeah.
All of you?
Yeah.
All guilty.
Digital era.
Digital era. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
One more.
I mean, at some point we're gonna start calling for sure. Nexus is on the rise.
Like today. This is probably the
Yeah.
first time you're you're all talking to each other.
It's actually the first time I hear Johnny's voice digitally. Yeah. But,
Yeah.
How is
mic
it? Is it good?
But your mic is
Yeah.
probably doing the whole job. I'm pretty sure the mic is doing the job. I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
Mr.
Pretty sure too.
Nancy Sennheiser.
Wow. Yeah, pretty top quality stuff.
Mm-hmm. Is obsessed with how they look in photos.
Oh, that's the leader between me and Dani. But probably Dani because he's a photographer. I mean,
Yeah, Johnny, I don't think he cares much. Mario, no. I guess I'm guilty because I'm
Yeah,
a
yeah.
photographer. I'm really careful of everything. The
photographer.
composition has to be perfect. Yeah,
Mhm.
super picky.
Cool. Awesome. Well, that's it, guys. I mean, unless you want to share anything else, that's it for today.
That's nice.
Yay.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing this.
Thanks for having us.
And of course, and would like to thank also everybody who's been watching from
Thanks,
Facebook.
Pat. Yeah.
Mhm.
And if anyone, any band or industry professional wants to be a part of these, just send us a Facebook message or an email. And I'd also like to thank the musicbusinessschool.com for sponsoring the event. And we'll be doing these every week, pretty much, because I mean, everyone's home, and it's good
Amazing.
to talk about stuff and share opinions and what you guys work on. So we'll be doing this every week.
Nice. Yeah, I missed my
Lovely.
guys, so nice to see you all.
That was very nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed that shit.
Awesome.
It's nice to play.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Alessia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
And
Have a good one, world.
take
Stay safe.
care and stay busy.
Be safe,
Don't lose your
world.
minds and make
Keep
more
it
music.
metal.
Wash your hands.
Yes.
Wash your hands. Bye.
Ciao.
See ya, world.
Bye.